Hey guys, welcome to the Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Connection. I want to check my phone, make sure it was, yeah, it is right. Okay. Today we are going to be talking about power in your camp. Deer camp is coming pretty soon for us. A lot of guys getting ready for bear hunting, and when you're in camp, you need to have power today. Whether it's to charge your cell phones, charge your cameras, your GoPros, any of that kind of stuff, any electronic things. Also, I use my laptop a lot when I'm in deer camp, when I'm out of state, because then that way, when I get done at the end of the night, I eat dinner and crawl into my sleeping bag, I can open up my laptop and I can actually work on there and figure out where I want to hunt the next day on a bigger screen rather than on my phone. So having power in camp is a nice thing. It's a very, very beautiful thing, and for all sorts of different reasons. So there's a bunch of ways we can do this. We're going to cover them for you today. First off, classic generator, okay? This Predator right here, I've done a review on that. It's an incredible generator, works fantastic. You could take a generator, okay? If you're taking a generator, you also have to take a gas can, and it's going to be a little noisy. Now, these are inverter generators. They're very quiet, but they can power a lot of things in camp, okay? Lights, you name it, all kinds of stuff. These are not a bad way to go, to have that. But if you're going to take that, you do need a gas can. You're going to need cords, extension cords, things like that. It's an option for you. And also make sure you have a cable, something like you're seeing here. I'll put links to this stuff down below for these cables, but this 30-foot cable, and they're dirt cheap on Amazon. You go to a regular store and buy them, they're expensive. But on Amazon, like this one here, high-quality cable, and it's not very expensive. I don't remember what I paid for it, but that and a padlock. And then you can, with a 30-foot cable, you can lock that around the biggest oak tree that's around where nobody can cut down or something like that in camp, or lock it around whatever you want to that's going to keep it there. Or lock it to the wheel of your car, or whatever you want to do. But you can lock it so nobody's going to take off with that generator, because those are not cheap and people want them and they're easy to pick up. So if you're taking a generator, lock it. Now, if you don't want to go that route, but you need tremendous amounts of power still in camp, in your car camping, another option is to take a deep cycle battery. Okay, you can do that. Like here in my trailer here, I have right here, deep cycle battery right there, marine battery, deep cycle. You can charge it up at home with just a regular charger, then take it with you, and that battery will last you more than everything you need in camp. Okay, they last forever. This is a 27 series deep cycle battery, but they're heavy. This battery is almost as heavy as that generator. So they're heavy, and you got to set up the connections. But it is an option to do something like that if you wanted to actually do a deep cycle battery. My buddy Joe, that's what he does. He brings a smaller 23 series deep cycle battery, and he's got a whole bunch of USB ports and regular stuff hooked up to there, and an inverter hooked up on there where it's a whole power station in itself, and it works very good. He got the battery for about $100. So not very expensive to do, and they do work fantastic. They are just heavier, and you'll want to keep it charging at home, and even when you're not using it. Remember, with a car battery or deep cycle or anything, you don't want to let it discharge itself too much. So you don't want to use it for hunting and then throw it like right here in all your hunting and camp gear and just set it there and leave it all year long and never touch it till next hunting season. You don't want to do that. You're going to need to keep it on a trickle charger, something like that. Like this one here, I have a charger right here, a Minn Kota digital charger mounted here that will charge it, and then it will maintain it afterwards. So you're going to want that battery hooked up to some kind of a charger and maintainer, so you're going to want to keep that into the cost as well too. I don't remember what that is. I'll put a link for them below. Not horribly expensive, but not super cheap. You're probably, I'm going to say 100 with the connections and a USB hub and all that, you're probably $150 in that setup. But it is a great option, and it takes up a lot less space than a generator. Not going to do everything a generator will, but you're not, with a generator, you're talking a gas can, a generator, cables, noise, the cable lock for it, your cords. There's a lot of stuff to a generator. When you're running a deep cycle battery, when you head out there, you're bringing just a deep cycle battery and your little connectors on there for the USBs and stuff like that. So much smaller footprint and silent. Nice feature. Now, if you want to do it the other way, there are some other options. These two serve one purpose or multiple purposes. These two serve multiple purposes in different ways. So let's talk about these, okay? Actually, I'm going to put you on a tripod so I can show you this stuff in person here and go through it real good. So it'll be right there. All right, so as we're on here, we have these are inverters. two inverters here that we got. What's nice about an inverter is they are multiple purposes here, in the sense that you can use them to power stuff, but basically all this is doing is converting energy. It's actually your car, your vehicle, that's going to do the work, okay? 301, 801 Cobra here, but they are going to basically do the same exact thing, in the sense that what's going to happen is you're going to take this and you're going to connect this to your actual vehicle, and they both have connector cords on them here, like they've seen, negative and positive. So you open the hood of your car, you hook these right on your battery, leave your hood cracked open, and you got two plugs and a USB in there. And you can also turn this into more USBs by plugging into that with a USB, multi-USB adapter. And then you can run your car. Now these your car does not need to be on to run these, but you will want to conserve your battery power. So when we're using these, like in camp, it's not a huge deal because we're not drawing a tremendous amount. But in camp, if we're using this, then what we'll do is we'll run this for about 2 hours or 3 hours, and then we'll actually start the car and let the car run for a half hour, 40 minutes to let the alternator recharge that battery, and then we're done for the night. So we do that with either one of these. But one of the so it gives you that flexibility, but your car is the battery source. So you can technically, if you think about it, you're getting, let's say you run it for 2 hours or 2 or even 3 hours silently, just taking the power off your car. When you're done, you let the car idle for a half hour to recharge itself and everything, and you're good to go. So they're very functional for that purpose. They also come in very handy to be able to be used when you have a power outage, okay? Now this 300 watt one is not gonna do a whole lot, okay? It's a nice one, and it's handy to have. It lets you, cook up to your battery and do stuff, but the important one here, this 800 watter, when we have a power outage, 800 watts will run, I can run my refrigerator, I can run my freezer, I can run our TV, some lights, things like that. This is actually an 800 watt Cobra, but it has 1600 watt peak. It'll bump up, so it'll take a spike of 1600 watts. So this is a pretty powerful little dude right here, and they're not expensive. I'll have links to this stuff down below for you, but it's dual purpose in the sense that you let your car charge your stuff in camp, but you can also use this at home in case of a power outage or emergency. So it becomes very handy and covers that dual purpose, functionality there for you. So very nice feature to be able to have those and use those. But again, really what you're using is you're actually using your car to do the work for you. But look how compact and convenient that is. You take that, you throw it in there, and then you're done, and your car does the work for you. So beautiful system, great system. Then that brings us over to these guys right here. These are actually jump boxes, okay? So a jump box, like we're seeing on this one right here, this Halo, I've done reviews on this one as well too. I've talked about this in full detail. This thing here is pushing about 6 years old, and it is still the only way I use to start my lawnmower every week when I have to. This thing's incredible, okay? It'll jump a car. This one will not do my diesel. This one will. But these things are incredibly powerful. So you just plug it in and charge it at home. But you got USBs on here that you can do. Now, you're not going to run the inverter off of this to be able to run household plugs, okay? You would have to connect an inverter, one of these to this to do that. But you get all your USBs and everything like that. And think about how compact this is. When you take this jump part out and you're not using this, they got to be pressed in like that. And you close that up. So you get those out of there. This in camp will charge your cell phone every single night you're there and usually last the whole entire time. Or your GoPros or anything. So there's a lot of power in this for an actual battery pack when you're in camp. So it's a great feature for that, and it serves dual purpose in the fact that if your car breaks or your battery does die, it goes down, you can recharge it or you can start your car with this. So these two in conjunction together, this being your main power source when you're in camp for a couple hours each night, and then, like I said, charge it up, for that half hour, let it run for a half hour to recharge. That's a fantastic option. And if by chance you kill that battery, this will fire you right back up and get you started again. So it's a great concept. This is another one of those too. I've talked about this too. This is the Tac Life. This is my new one. Again, 5 years old and been phenomenal, okay? This is one of the original designs of these things. They're incredible. This one here, little bigger power, and comes in this nice case, so that's what I carry in the car, actually, because it will jump your car. But you get the top, you got all your connections and everything up here. Same as that one, you have your, you know, you plug that in to run to hook this up to your battery. Comes with a cigarette lighter adapter to run any 12-volt accessory, USB cord, which you can plug in, and a charger. So this is how you're actually going to charge this one. And then in here is the actual battery, tucked right in here. And it's the same concept as that Halo, but it is made by Tac Life. Again, this one's got a flashlight on it as well, too. 2 USBs, and then the plug-in for all your different accessories. Got a light on the back of it. But this is a very handy tool to have because, again, it serves multi-purpose. I can jump start any car myself. I can be broke down in the woods and jump the car with this. You know, say I forgot and left something charging in the car and it killed it. Either way, I can make that happen and get it going with this kind of thing. But the connections, like I said, they give you everything you need for jumping the car, everything you need to do it. And this plugged in at camp, sitting on your duffel bag or on your stand, you plug your phone into this and it's going to charge it all week long. This is I think this is 20,000 hour. I think this one is 20,000 amp hour. Let me see here and see if it says, I want to say it's 20,000. Yeah, right there. Capacity is 20,000 amp hours, mega amp hours. So you get a lot of power. Sorry, I'm sweating a little bit. It's 84 right now, and I'm in the garage. But a lot of power out of one of these things to be able to use in camp to charge all your stuff. So they come in real handy for that kind of thing. Another nice feature of these, of using something like this too, is a lot of the vehicles we have today, once you turn the key off, you lose all charging capabilities out of them. They do that on purpose to save the battery. So like if your phone's, you know, use your phone in the woods all day long and it's about out of power, or your GoPro, and it's only a 5-minute drive from where you're hunting to camp, when you basically leave camp or leave your hunting spot to drive back, you only get like 5 minutes of charge time. So your phone's still only at 20%. When you get to camp, you have to either leave your car running the whole time just to charge the phone. With these, you don't have to do that. Okay, you can take this and just plug this right into hook that right on your battery. This will run while your vehicle is off. So you just pop the hood, connect this to there, plug your phones or whatever you want in there, and while your car is off and you're enjoying camp that night, making dinner, your phone is getting fully charged from your vehicle, just like it should be done, and like your vehicle should allow you to, but like I said, now a lot of them don't let you do that. These solve that problem. So in my opinion, there's a lot of options that work good for you. For me and my money, it's taking this kit right here and one of these right here. This is my go-to system, and I'll have links for this stuff below for you, but this gives us every possible thing that we need in camp for camp power. Same kind of thing as this concept. They're identical, you know, old school, old version, new school, new version kind of thing. But these serve all my purposes. They protect me for all kinds of scenarios that I'm going to get into, and they do everything I need, and I never run out of power. So combined with my vehicle too. So that's the beauty of the whole system right there. It doesn't take up much space, and you have unlimited power in camp. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Links will be down below for you, and any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks.